All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. Let's try to smooth out those rough roads. Well, I'll tell you right now, I've been broadcasting, but you haven't been hearing me because it's off. I don't know how it turned off. I got to look at where it ended. Oh, it was the whole thing, I guess. This doesn't make sense. But they listen in anyway. They can hear me. Now Satan's trying to confuse me. I have to deal with it every so often. Now, I do connect to people. So it's weird because I connect to people. I can receive, and again, they're eavesdropping on me, so they can hear me. Right. I don't have to have my broadcast on for them to hear me. Said a lot this morning. I guess you didn't receive. That's horrible. Just get me my disability. That way I know you hear me. You get me somewhere. I'll actually, look, I don't want a long drawn out process, but I might contact the center. I don't know if that's actually, it's probably better if the administration just does it. Oh, I see. Politician, physician, and former military officer. Yeah, they cut my life short, the deep state did. I mean, they just had no right to do any of it. And they're trying to, like, dumb it down. You see, Moran's a good guy, I guess. Sounds alarm on delay of U.S. aid food to starving people. Like, thank you, her. Yeah, I noticed Moran. I think he's a good guy. Actually, Marshall and Moran, I mean. Right. Anyway. Hey, where's the. It's Marshall. Right? It's Marshall. Right? They're both good guys. Nah, I mean, they got in the middle of my dentistry, and then they got in the middle of my healthcare. Actually, at the same time, get in the way of my healthcare as far as massage therapy. We need them away from you. for good. So we need to fix your life. I don't know what that is, if that's real or not, but that came in spiritually. That's how I do it. I can't really hear in my head too well. If I don't know if anybody else hears in their head, but I think people do. They kind of articulate that, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. They did the non-essential thing. Right. So yeah. Senators Moran, Duckworth calling FAA to continue restricting non-essential helicopter operations. Never mind. That's good stuff. I said something like that too. Yeah. I just need my disability. The problem is the deep state's attacking me, so I can't get anywhere. I can't even put together a disability thing at this point. Right? And they've been blocking me from healthcare with psychological methods. Right? Yeah, it's all too tight. I have no idea how to release this. I bought some different arnica. I'm hoping that'll work. All right. So I'm going to say something here on that investigative thing. Let's see, did Pam Bondi say anything? No. Larry. I guess all the Super Bowl stuff.
This Super Bowl exemplifies how we come together to safeguard our traditions. How we have a big event coming on Sunday, and we are committed to having a safe environment for every individual that attends and a great opportunity to.
No, I was just looking if it was time to. What I want to do is remind DHS that there's a process for investigation, right? And not to play a game around it because could screw the case up. Right. Yeah, I don't know how did FEMA do that? It doesn't make any sense. So I wonder if there's any kickbacks because it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Right. Look for kickbacks. It may not. You may be. Money's not going to go, so the kickback may not come. Right. Elon Musk. Right. Okay, there it is. I don't know if you'll see it. they need to investigate that for kickbacks. That makes no sense that they would do that unless it was going to pay them. I guess risk doing that, right? Risk doing that under Trump unless there was some sort of benefit, such as a kickback or something. No, I actually feel better today, but I'm just not there, right? Wish I was, I had the presence that I had when I got here. I mean, my gate was still off and all that, but no, they eavesdrop. They use AI. They being the evil of the planet. Some in the U.S., some other places. Back to what's her name? Oh, I got to tell you about the porn thing. I was. There's an operation that you can use to investigate. Something saying that some of it was extortion. That because I lived in Naples and they scammed to say I had money, hidden money, right? Like a protection racket. Right. So okay, so I Jerry Moran, the senators are great here. I mean, to a certain degree, I don't know. I don't know them, but they seem like they're focused. Moran and Marshall, to a certain degree. Right. And they did the call on FAA to continue restricting non-essential helicopter operations near Ronald Reagan. That makes absolute sense. Then also, okay, years ago I was designing. I told them to design some sort of system. I forget exactly. It was based upon that tail of the airplane hitting the ground or whatever it was in San Francisco airport. It sounds like it was the thing that's in something similar to what's in that helicopter that he turned off. So I'm not sure, where that is in all aircraft. It's like freezing here. All right, let me look at this. Oh, I didn't even realize muting it means I didn't see it. I thought it was just like all the stuff that was in my. I just wanted to see less of it. Right, it was just too much Musk because he was tweeting so much. Right. Right. Sure. Musk, Musk, on in here. Musk, what's that? FEMA. See if it hit the news yet. The Hindustan Times is on all of this, like right on it. They're following the Doge. He must be like, he must have a following in India. I guess the H-1B people and their families. Mr. Trump, this Mr. Doge is wonderful. Okay, we'll put this here. That other guy have a page? The boss of the team, or a profile. Sorry. Oh wait, what's he saying? No, why does he halt that? Well, it could just be a restraining order. I don't know. They say some judge halted Guantanamo Bay. I'm trying to get somewhere, and I'm having an issue getting there. So I had to get my apartment cleaned this morning, but I was broadcasting, or I thought I was broadcasting while I was cleaning my apartment, but I wasn't online. Feeling a little better than yesterday, but it's creeping up a bit. I don't know if my mold reading is correct on my app because it just seems way too high for this temperature. But again, it was wet. It definitely probably in my walls of my apartment. I was fine all night, and then at a certain point of this morning, I started getting sick. Now, the early morning is when the allergens pick up, generally, right? So I don't know if it's that or not. I could be in a sick apartment and not know it. Right. I was able to get another section clean. I'm probably gonna have to cancel my doctor's appointment tomorrow, but maybe not. Maybe I can get some more done today. I'll go out to the storage unit, get my bins, and just throw a bunch of stuff in bins just to help straighten up. I'm gonna collapse a couple of these shelving units, just open up some space. Need to get some massage and some corticosteroid at some point. Just can't seem to get there. It's from my sinuses dripping. Oh my God. No idea what to do. Okay, definitely need the 70% disability. Definitely been ripped off by the government. And remember, the government agents are actually causing the increase in disability. It doesn't mean that I don't have Persian Gulf syndrome. It means that they wouldn't let me treat it. Right. They actually knew I was disabled and that if I didn't treat it, I'd get worse. It's been 2 years here in Kansas that it's been happening. And then, of course, before in Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado. I mean, they're torturing a disabled person is what they're doing. No, I'm not. They're trying to will me to just up and leave. I have to get my money before I leave. Trying to get me in debt. Trying to get me to do what Monica Maurice did. I've cursed you a bunch of times this morning, and so I'm going to curse you again, all of you. Yeah, rah. Whoa! They will be taken from the planet and thrown to hell. Yeah. Okay, what they just tried to do there, they triggered that stay leave thing again. Right. So, they're trying to do that psychological torture stuff. It's actually just, when I hit end stream, it'll say stay or leave. Right. But they're triggering that somehow. What they're not telling you is their people are dying off of, that were part of this. Even before I ever said anything. Again, there are people being ruined. It's not all of them. Right. They get killed, all of you. They do get killed. They do die. I think, again, we all die, but so just keep it up, all of you, and maybe one day God will take you all from the earth very quickly. You're not investigating anything. Oh, he doesn't like investigation. I mean, they turned investigation into psychotic shit. It's, you know what it is? It's a bunch of people that are narcissistic, and they want to torture people all day. Right. That's why they call Trump narcissistic. They actually call Trump narcissistic so he would sympathize with them. Right. But Trump's not that at that level. He's not looking to torture people all day. But he does. He rules. Rather harshly sometimes. But that's not what they are. They're way past that. They just stalk people alive and make them sick and ruin their lives. Don't let them get married. All that kind of thing. They're just sick people. Again, it's in the scriptures that they would forbid people to marry. Right. The church will say they're not part of it, but they are. That's what they're doing in these churches with the partner program. Right. And then, line where they will command them to abstain from meats. Now, I'm a vegetarian, but I don't command people to abstain from meats. It's up to you what you all do. I've never been militant about that. Actually, me abstaining from meats is like the Nazarite vow and all that, where they don't drink wine, don't touch dead bodies. It's along those lines. Yeah, it feels like a sick apartment or something at a certain point, like maybe mold creeps up and makes me sick. I mean, if pollen sense is right, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I just don't know if it is or isn't. It could be an illusion. Right. But again, why do I have that Persian Gulf syndrome? Right. Yeah, it's like sky high. They think it's going to go down. Let me see here. By 4 p.m. it should be down. So I should get better by 4 p.m. if it's the mold. I ate way too much last night. I was snacking in the middle of the night. I got, I don't know. They cursed me and shit. Stuff happens crazy. I can't even get anywhere. They've gotten in the middle of everything. Right. What they do all day. Destroy my life. Somebody pays them to do it. So we need to look at that. Why would they release those funds? I mean, if it's an automatic release and it was unintentional, that's one thing. I probably got to put that on there. Right. It may have just been a scheduled release or something. Right. If it was an automatic release, scheduled release, that's one thing, period. However, if somebody pushed the button to release it, then that is another. Yeah, at this point, I feel like I did when I was in Indianapolis. Like, pretty sick. That's why they're not supposed to be in my life. I mean, I'm a like one-off case. I mean, I'm really a whistleblower, right? So they blocked me from being able to get anywhere, including with the disability. Oh my God, I'm so sick. See, I'm sick again all of a sudden. I have no idea what's doing it. This morning I felt better. I wish I had that money. I'd get some people. I mean, it's almost clean enough now that I can bring people in to help me clean. Bleh. 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 Ugh. 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 I got to get out of this apartment just in case it's the apartment. I've had that work before. Well, the desert or the Persian Gulf syndrome makes you more susceptible to all sorts of things. That's what the county guy told me. Right. No, I was doing okay. Now I'm sick. I mean, I wasn't like perfect, but I was able to clean a little bit of the apartment this morning. Oh, they knew I was sick, man. Back in Indianapolis, that's 2010. I had something very serious happen. And again, they could have triggered it. I don't know. Right. They were around me, harassing me. Well, it was like two guys, a Spanish guy and a white guy, and they came around me and told me they were marshals. And then, like the next day, I forget what he said. He said he was something else, and then just started laughing at me. I mean, I stuttered a little bit while I was talking to him. Again, they were torturing me. Oh yeah, the operation. So hang on. So when I'm going to let some information out because I'm not going to get anywhere for the fruition of this investigation I'm on right now because I'm just too sick. All right. So what you have to do is if you think they're manipulating you for whatever reason, extortion or somebody's paying them to discredit you, whatever it is, you have to select porn. Again, you can feel it out if you think they're trying to move you in a certain direction, right? You have to move to a different type of porn. When I was in Santa Fe, I looked up black guy porn because I never was around anything like that, and I'm not generally around anything like that. Let's see what happens. Because they'll bring people around, pay people. They want you to have sex with somebody, is what they wanted me to do. At least the first part of it. So what do you know? Black guys show up and they start staring lustfully at me. This is really what you do. Right. So if I were to have sex with that black person, I imagine there would be a camera, right? And they'd have films of it. Now, Oklahoma, there was a black guy. He could have been gay, but I believe he was probably part of it also. It could have been a happenstance, but I'm believing it was an attempted setup. Right. Thank you, Larry. Something you should know is they already have AI. Certain types of AI. They may not have that huge AI, or they may have it actually, like in NSA. They're already using. Somebody's already using AI to alter the population. Right. So, like I told the Republicans, just these people have to be trans. I didn't say everything. Right. They've been adulterated to be trans. They've been brainwashed into being trans. I don't know how far it goes. I don't know if they're using what do they call it, direct energy or ultrasonics. But these people are being operated into it. That's why you see somebody come along and go to a trans chat room, and then 3 guys become trans women because there's something going on around it. They won't get any peace until they become a trans woman. They've tried to do that to me, but I'm investigating it and watching it. Thank you, Larry. So as I say, just go easy. I mean, make the world safe, do what you need to do, but go easy with the individuals. Because they've been, and again, it could be conservative people, could be foreign spies, right? Because it makes for a disruption, all these issues. Right? They've been brainwashed. I mean, I know they say like peer pressure and stuff like that, and you were looking at that, but I think it's past that. I think they're being brainwashed. Yep, getting sick. I'm like sick like I was yesterday now. I was weller this morning. Not that I slept in. I kind of didn't sleep in. Ugh. I'm like freezing in here. I can't even lay down. It makes me sicker. Now we're just going to live my life now. We're all going to realize what my life is. There were no secret gay clubs that I was going to and having sex with people and boys or men and boys. Right. No such thing. Ever. Thank you, Larry. And I spent a lot of years battling the disability, and they knew it. Right. They knew just because I was riding my bike in Santa Fe, it didn't mean that I was healed. Anybody that massaged my back knew that I needed massages. There was no mistake that my health wasn't going to last if I didn't get massages. Correct. Thank you, Larry. In fact, I probably should have got a corticosteroid treatment somewhere in Santa Fe, but I couldn't see it. Right. I think the reason I was able to get well and had that thing happen in Naples is because my mother had a doctor that she had used before, right? And she used. My mother was more in taking pills, and I just don't want to go down that road. I know what it did to my ex-wife. Right. And again, my stomach screwed up anyway. Totally sick right now. It doesn't make sense because I laid there. It has to be something else than just. I laid there and ate tons of. I actually ate too many veggie straws, but I didn't eat yesterday, and those seemed to, just didn't bother my stomach. So I ate those, didn't have a problem, fell asleep, and then I started eating some like fruit trail mix, and about half hour later, I was sick, and I shouldn't be eating in bed anyway, but I just was starving because I didn't eat yesterday. I was so sick. But I laid down and I had a good few hours sleep, maybe 4 hours or maybe 5, and I felt, but this happens in my life. They know that I get sick like that. Right? This idea where they made mistakes is bullshit. They planned it all. I mean, there's no way they were supposed to be in my life. Meanwhile, all the real criminals are having a great life. I think there's like a lawnmower out there. What are they doing? I don't know. He's cleaning up the leaves, I guess. So again, I don't know what they're using, but they definitely have the capability of brainwashing people. They definitely can use subliminal messaging to do that, but there could be direct energy and ultrasonics being used. I'm pretty sick right now. Now they made sure I'd have no money, believe me. I don't know if the antibiotic is doing it or what. I mean, it can't be that, I guess, right? Because I had it before the antibiotic, right? Right. Yeah, they put that shit in my head, so they do a spell, and then I get confused because they don't want me to get my disability. They don't want it to be Persian Gulf syndrome, right? They're all sick. They want their millions of dollars blocking a veteran from an increase in disability. They get paid. to do that. They get their little bonuses. They get their promotions. They get to keep their job. How's that investigation going on the leaks? Oh no, here it is. It's some sort of. It was a lawnmower. You got somebody blowing it. What the? Got a weed blower or a leaf blower. It's like a lawnmower, isn't it? Oh, maybe he's moving the leaves. What the? Guys out there riding a lawnmower. It's about to snow. Whew. Well, I'm susceptible to mold because it is the Persian Gulf War syndrome makes you susceptible to things. So it could be mold, but I don't know if it's real. The reading seems too high to be real. But again, there's probably mold in my walls. No, I was well enough to live a healthy life. They knew what they were doing, taking my only lifeline to health away. Not doing anything to anybody. They are. Remember, they're bringing around bait girls, and some of these women are lesbian. And the cops have already sent the messaging to me that they're touchy feely. Right. But nothing you can say because they're deep state, federal, state, and local. Right. And they're like pointing at me like I have something to do with little girls. Just stop bringing them around, buddy. Then I wouldn't be around any, would I? The sickos. And he's not disabled. He rides his bicycle. He walks. He's not. First it was he rides his bicycle. He's not disabled. Then it's he walks. He's not disabled. I mean, they're psychos. They kill veterans all the time for money. They hate veterans. Trying to get the apartment a little warmed up. I don't think I'll be able to clean anymore today. I'm so sick. Ugh. Now I know, like I said, the mold picked up. I don't know if it's the mold or what. If it's the mold, I got to get out of here. But I have no way to get out of here without getting money. I can't put myself into endless debt. Right. I guess I don't even know how to explain it to a senator. Right. But I guess that's who I should call, I guess. Well, he ended up being a whistleblower only because, I can explain the whole thing to them from Jonathan Luna on. Right. I mean, they'll go in there and tell them I'm just a crazy, but that probably will hurt their case at this point. Right. Okay, that's what they do. I mean, they're sick, man. All those decades just not letting me live a peaceful life, get married, go to church, and that's it. So that, yeah. Eventually, I was in yoga because the church was part of it. Right. And then I tried to make a return to the church, and they set me up. I mean, it's just day in and day out. They don't stop for nothing. They'll block you from everything and anything. Like he gets nothing. That's the kind of shit they say. And some of these people that are like, they'll put a 25-year-old in charge. Oh yeah, you get to decide everything in his life. And then they notice the more torture they administer, the more money they get. There's a spy master at the top. Hello, hello, hello. I got to fix this so that doesn't happen again. The microphone keeps coming out. I'm going to go and see where I laughed was heard. They're wheeling me offline, so I have a lot of trouble getting online and staying online. I'm sick. I can't lay in bed. It makes me sicker. But I'm glad that I was healthy for a little while last night. I could get some sleep. I mean, I'm in pain, man. And they put me in the pain. They didn't have to be. I didn't say anything, all of you. They're lying. Of course, after a decade, again, their operation is designed to cause the person to speak out. No, they just wanted an excuse, is what they're doing. And they torture somebody into speaking out. I never said anything. They're full of shit. Sorry. And again, what gives them the right to force me not to say anything about them torturing me? I don't get it. I mean, do you get it? If you get it, you need to go to hell with them. Yeah, 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 rar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mahatma. Jesus cursed people in the scripture. Enough of the game. Paul's cursed people in the scripture. Enough of the game. I think Moses even cursed people in the scripture. Enough of the game. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Well, I got to get my stomach well before I can go get a massage because I'll get sick in there. Right? And also, you got TB, you got the flu. I mean, you timed this well with your spells, all of you. No, I definitely need my muscles massaged, but I need somebody that's going to do it in a certain way. Right. No, I was going to stay at my brother's and recoup the money, that I lost from giving everything away, and it was working. And then when it came time for me to go to my brother's, they flipped his head. I know they do that. I'd probably be way somewhere east by now. Messianic Jews, Kansas. I'm gonna see if they need something here. No, I mean I'm too sick. I gotta see if I can give away some of this stuff and get it out of my apartment. I don't know if they do projects. No, every community I go to, I'm this dangerous Ted Bundy type guy. So everybody's got to keep their distance, and then they start the psychological operation. It's not testing me, any of you. And I'm disabled, and you're going to test me? You can't test a disabled person. No, I'm not. I'm not going to put together a fireplace. I can't. Even if I got well, I mean, they tricked me into making me planting roots. Right. I got there's no way. What am I going to build it? And then what's going to happen? The thing weighs a ton if I put it together. Right. I'm not well. I mean, I can keep the main arch structure. Right. But I don't see me. You win. I don't really see. That's how they do it. All of you see how they did that? They projected you win. We win. Right. They locking horns with me, and I'm pushing to do this, and I'm fighting. But it's not my psychology. It's their psychological operation, their psychological torture. They want to keep me here because they're getting paid, but yet they try to push you out. But then they back it. They do something else that keeps you here. They've been doing that for like 30 years, or actually a little less, 20, about 20 years. Saying I should just try to get a few dollars from a pawn shop because nobody's going to want it. Oh, the Paymore shop. Yeah, but the thing is, I have to take it over there. I can't. Right? See how that works? Oh yeah, just take it over there. It's too heavy. I'm too injured. I don't know what you all did after I scheduled that appointment for the surgery, but I'm back to where I was before. Thank you, Larry. Give him a call. I guess maybe I could put it on my little wagon cart. No, they get paid money if I don't get the surgery. I'm sure they already got money. Whoever broke in here got money when I canceled the surgery. Probably cops involved, no doubt. It's getting cold again. I have to get out there and get these bins out of my storage unit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I hate to have to buy new ones. just to have them delivered or something. I'm in pain and I'm sick. I mean, this is always a possibility in my life. They knew that. I've had these type of things at least 4 or 5 times, but they're gonna psychologically operate me, and it's okay because I'm Ted Bundy, right? Idiots. They're not idiots. They're devils and criminals trying to change my mind in here. Doesn't look like they have anything. That's all. It's just electronics or something, right? No, it's electronics. No, I gotta get these big items out of here. I can't. I don't even want to move them myself. I mean, it's big dollars. I mean, it's probably like $600, $700 and stuff. But again, when you get sick like this, there's no options. Right. I mean, I've been sick like this before. They know it. Happened in Indianapolis, happened in Naples, happened in Texas. Takes months till I get well. Percent. But you're going to operate me for 2 years here in Kansas like I'm the criminal. Jesus Christ. No, we're not going offline. I actually would have been on another 4 hours had you all not blocked it with your minds and your wills. Right. Because I was broadcasting. Again, what Satan will do, okay, I project. So I never know whether somebody's hearing me. I don't project like to change you, but I project my voice, my inner voice. Right. And God does that. I have no way to control that. God does that. Right. So I get responses whether I'm online or not. All right. And of course, Hashem's here and there's spirits here, sometimes angels and other things. So they can move my voice because I'm an open channel. Now, when I speak to somebody, after I get done a lot of this, I could mess up a little bit and it could happen. But generally, no. It's just normal speech. Right. And I walked in my room and I got sick. So I'm wondering. You need to get me the disability and let me get that money and let me get out of here. Right. I tell you the truth, I'll probably just clear out of here till it warms up. Then I'll just leave the apartment. I mean, you have it in your power to give me that 70% today, and God knows it. Enough of the game. Again, I'm telling you right now, God will turn your worlds upside down. I don't know how many days God's going to wait until he attacks you. I should have already had it. They pulled it out of my file. Because who are you going to go to? I know the deep state exists. What am I going to tell the deep state that they took stuff out of my file that was supposed to be Persian Gulf War syndrome in 2013? Because I had just been in the hospital. Right. No, it was a setup. The doctor obviously was in on it. I mean, when I went in 2018. Right. Thank you, Larry. That's the last time I put in for it. I should have it backdated to that date. I'm not going to go through the process. It's a scam. Right? There are people paying big money. It has to be an intervention. You go in, you look at the file, say ominous, bominous, and that's it. Right. I'm telling you, it's not going to go well if I don't get this money. I'm going to curse you every day. I'm done with it. I'm going to curse you every day, multiple times a day, and not stop. It just has to happen. I mean, I'm sick. I'm really, really sick again. And you people did something to get it there. I mean, just stress will make you sick, Larry. They stress you out every day. Then leave you with lasting disabilities. I mean, they told people that I raped my kids. So for a period of time, that's all it was. Oh, he raped his kid, we'll get him. I mean, I don't even touch anybody. I mean, I hug my kids every so often. But I'm not a touchy-feely person when it comes to that. I look at these people in these churches, they're touching on everybody's kids. But they're the ones that they pay the $10,000, the $20,000, or even sometimes $100,000 to operate me and the others. They're touching on everybody else's kids. Just like those lesbian cops with the squads of bait girls and looking at me like I'm hanging around them. See, it's a scam for these people. Right? I know what happened. Got my air purifier off here. I don't even know what. I mean, here I'm trying to meet a woman, and they're bringing little girls around me and willing me to be attracted to them. So Jonathan Luna's girlfriend, she'd do this weird stuff around me, and I don't know why she was doing it. It's probably part of the psyop. And it could be natural, but I believe it was a psyop, quite possibly. But she'd act scared. So they do that with the little girls when they bring them around me. Same exact thing. Again, I was attracted, kinda. Right. Well, look, I was being psyop, so I don't know if it was real or that. They're all millionaires, man. Kill Larry will make you a millionaire. This is what you all want to do through your life, so that I'll be disabled. Get my 70% disability through and send me the back money and all that. Right. I mean, even if you send me one check for now and then send the arrears later, right? Just so I need to get out of here for like a week or two, and then I can come back and finish up moving out of here. You give me my arrears, I'll pay them off at the front office, right? Call some people in to help me move, and it'll be over. I'll be out of here, be out of your hair. But again, I suspect you want me to stay here because somebody's paying you to do this to me. I'm not keeping these saws and these drills. You'll pay for it in hell, all of you. They have to get out of these drills. They locked horns with me on this fireplace, or I'd have probably dropped it. Right? It's a push-pull thing. Again, depletion. There's a chance with massage and corticosteroid that I could be somewhat better, but I don't know. Who knows anymore? They just spend their life doing this shit to me.
like it's okay. No, they exist. That's a scam. They get you to go out on a disability where they can just say you're just crazy, and they just keep doing it to you. I mean, they're sick. I told you how they stalked my girlfriend so she would leave, and that was, my last girlfriend, real girlfriend, was like 2004 or 2003. I don't even remember. They did this to me. It's one long criminal conspiracy. Organized crime, racketeering, felony federal stalking, deprivation of rights. But you laugh. Keep laughing, all of you, because hell's coming. Hell's coming. Oh, if I was nice and healed the world, this never would have happened to me. No, my left side's a little better today. What I did is I slept on my left side and try to kind of twist up and let kind of almost lay into a stretch all night, and it stretched a little bit. I'm hoping I can make it to the storage bin or my storage unit today at the garage, and then bring a couple bins in here and just start throwing everything in the bin. The easiest way to clean it. Right, I have like 3 or 4 big bins and just grab everything, throw it in. I'm going to collapse that shelf unit, move it out of the way. I'm just not well. And they did it. I mean, when I hear thank you for your service, I just laugh. Bunch of liars. Been lying their whole life. They just lie when they say thank you for your service. Nobody thanks you for your service. They shit on you because somebody pays the money. Somebody like Johnny Hughes, Rick Henry. I was asleep. I mean, I woke up and I knew they'd been willing me all sorts of different directions. It's amazing I made it as far as I did. Actually, that's what I did do, and I still do. I still heal the world, right? But we had to start this part of it too. Because all of you were devils, demons, antichrist, witches, and sorcerers and couldn't stop yourselves. Like this bag I filled up is already too heavy. I'm hoping actually, the Lord blessed, and there's right directly next to it is a hand truck, one of those wheeled things. So I guess I'll tie it up and maybe I'll have something to connect it onto that. And it's a small one, but it should work. All right, we're still here, I imagine. Battery ran out of the other one. After you start using my spare battery with it. Why I have two phones. I still think that's neat. I don't know if the other Androids do it. The Pixel, as soon as you plug it back in after it dies, it starts back up and right. Let's read some of the X here. Trying to find out if there's any more information on the prosecution of that leak. Well, you know, the funds released from FEMA may have been on an automatic system where they just get released. So it may have been just carelessness. Right? But if somebody, you know, released them, I'd look to see if there was some sort of kickback. Like maybe they're thinking they could do it one more time and get some more, their last little chunk of change. Right? I got to get this place cleaned. Just sick. I was able to, you know, I was still sick this morning before I got home, and I was able to get a certain section clean. How they did this to me. They'll break in here and they'll curse you and, you know, psychologically operate you. Like whenever I clean my apartment, then they psychologically torture me. So eventually it just kind of takes, and you don't even know why you don't want to clean. Right. That's kind of shit they do. They think it's funny because the cops want to get in here on a call and then laugh. That's how sick they are. There's no sorry for something like this. I'm a disabled person, and I've been disabled actually since before the Marshal Service. It started in Desert Storm. That's how I know. I remember my knees hurting. And then eventually, you know, I got out of the Army. They gave me disability for it. Then my wife was telling me, "Well, you got the rash. I can see the rash. You got the so I can't." That's why I shaved my head and stuff. There's a rash. If I let my hair grow, I have a rash. Now, I used to have it other places too. I have to use special shampoos and stuff. But you know, I didn't. You know, they should be thankful I didn't run off. Like he says, what he told me, the doctor is, you have to be close. Like it had nothing to do with Persian Gulf syndrome. Like he didn't know anything about it. Right? Because the county guy knew something. He said, "Oh, over time it'll get worse." Right? He's like, "Well, no, it has to be like right real close to Persian Gulf." But it was a setup. I bet you somebody paid him. I mean, it's that bad. Right? Like, I mean, he was browbeating me to change my opinion of what each thing was. Right? There's actually more than what I put in there. The law is it's a presumption. I mean, they just signed it back in like in 2021 or something. Right. Which means it's presumed you have it. The doctor can't even, based upon what the intention of the law was, the doctor can't even tell you don't have it once you say you have it. That's because they knew the deal, that we had been exposed to this stuff. I mean, they're probably blocking you from their memory. People just died. A large number of people after Desert Storm in the Persian Gulf War just up and died. Now, I was lucky because I engaged in a therapy that was actually a therapy that somebody developed and kept people alive. Right. Vitamins, exercise, and antibiotics. And the antibiotics arrived, why? Because I was working for the BOP and you catch flus and you can't take a day off. You get sick in the BOP, you don't get a day off unless you want to be hated. So I just get a pack of antibiotic and just keep going. Right. And it actually probably saved my life. Right. But I'd already entered into exercise. I spent, almost a year watching my kids, I guess. 6 months to a year or something like that. Right. But I was exercising and taking vitamins. But they block everything in your life. And again, they're blocking healthcare. First, they blocked dentistry. They actually did that in the Marshall Service. It took me years to figure out that had been done. They attacked me at work and outside work when I went to the dentist. I hadn't had my teeth cleaned in years. Had my teeth cleaned. Doctor said he was going to take care of the rest of my dentistry. I could never get back to him. You can learn. But every time I go to a dentist, they torture me. They're getting paid. They're like Weinstein operators. In fact, the government pays them sometimes. Federal, state, and local. They just put you on a list to kill. You see, nothing works out. Right. I was trying to get this place clean last week, just too sick to do it. Now I have the guy coming in for extermination. I can kind of clean it, but I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow that I might have to cancel. They're not supposed to be in a person's life like this. The whole time they're trying to kill me. They don't care, man. They're getting rich. Come hell or high water, right? Well, let's see if we can bring hell and high water, huh? Yeah, rah. Yeah. Doesn't matter how it comes out of my mouth, God honors it. So I'm a little off on that word. Because they're cursing me from it. I mean, I'm just trying to live a normal freaking life. Actually, an exemplary life. And these people get to do all that. Absolutely insane. Every last one of them should be in hell. Like I said, this is serious, all of you. Get that money to me yesterday. Then they go, oh, he's extorting us. He's browbeating us. Have fun in hell. Not here to play this game. Right. They're blocking me from selling these things now. So again, they switched it. Well, sell it, don't give it away, and then I can't get rid of it. Right. That's their scam. They will something. Again, they may not will that direct, but they will it. No, I had this. I was like this when I went to the hospital in Naples. But I don't know if I can get as well as even close to as well as I did from that. I'm just hoping that something will fix something. Apparently, they said that some of these people were told I had money because I lived in Naples, just so they would, say it was you can get money out of this guy if you do this, right? I mean, it's how dirty and seedy they are. Yeah, I played it right. They thought I was going to kill Trump. I'm going to try to eat something and see if maybe that helps. Well, I just got to keep going. Got to get that money or kill him with I really want to say anything to anybody. Like, I didn't harm somebody because that's what the PSYOP is. It caused me to harm somebody. They shouldn't have been allowed in my life. Not one day. Not one day. Because the lawsuit would have been a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. I mean, how do you spend doing this to a man and paying people, including government funds? I mean, that's so not get anywhere. that stuff to some. that something's wrong with my mic here. I'm gonna have to tape that in because they curse it and it comes out.
Should be great. The neighborhood. It's actually a neighborhood post, it says. Which should be great. Which means this is like the exact reading of it. No, I was pretty sick all day, but I've been sick like that on and off.
Turn down the volume. Yeah, they turned down the volume. That's obvious. They turned down the volume. They hacked it. Because my volume is like pinging here. What they'll do is they'll bring in some state and local cops and they'll pick up for the deep state, the federal deep state, where it left off. That'd be like MAGA or something. So you have to be careful of that. Right.
So something's causing it.
Oh, I see.
So something's causing it. Oh, I see. So something's causing it.
Something's wrong with this. Yeah, that doesn't look right. We're hacking something. Sorry for what we did. Nah, they need to stay away from me. Now, there's no courtroom that's going to sit on this case. Don't try to make like there's something other way it has to be done. Then they put that in your head when before they put the reverse in the head. They have to find another way to make money than suing us because they can't be sued. All right, Marshal Service might have to pick up security on that M. Hauser or whatever his name is. Right. Well, they're blaming it on him. I mean, there's no need to do that at this point because we don't know where that judge is going to go. No. No, it's not normal aging. Obviously, they did this to me. What they say is the person simply has to push through, and they let them be because they push through the investigative process. Right. But it's a lie. Right. So when I pushed through the process, then they canceled my massage membership. Right. If I'd have left, they never would have did it. Right. So you see, it's a scam. I just need them away from me as soon as possible. And here I am, honestly looking for a woman. And the government, what's that called? Wait. They're trying to block it. Forget what it's called. When they're not the persona. Right. Scam where the profile and persona is not actually the person. I'm not putting it. I'm blocking it. I know, it's on the tip of my head.
These scammers are a little bit out of control. So I woke up this morning and I said, let me put together. I can't find it. They're scamming me with the women, right? And their goal is to psychologically torture me with a woman. And remember, these people are all out partying, having, some are using drugs, drinking, having sex parties, right? And having sex with each other. The whole time they're doing this, including the agents and the officers. Slang term for being duped by an online persona. Catfishing, that's it. But they're actually doing that in live too. And again, they developed this thing where you don't even get to the point of speaking to them because they block you, right? And they torture you around that. I mean, government's the sickest piece of shit on earth anymore. They figured I'd be dead. I wouldn't even make it out the other side of COVID. Believe me, that's where their mind goes. Right. No, and it was actually, I had it actually lighter than I felt because I had this sinus thing going on. Right. And whenever this other thing, I guess it's Desert Storm thing. Right. It happens every so often. You go. If I go to a doctor, it's just going to go round and round and round. Right. I already did it the other times. If I get corticosteroid and massage, it could get better. Right. But not guaranteed. But see, you can't structure your life. You just can't do it because they're gonna. That's what they get paid to do is unstructure your life. Right. Nation's never been alive. Right. So again, let's get that 70% disability up and running. Thank you, Larry. No, I know for a fact there's kickbacks everywhere. Right. Well, even like if I give you a contract, like that could be a deep state payment. So I told you about spy payments and stuff like that, and intelligence payments. Right? That's what they do. They take the lawful process and they turn it into some sort of criminal enterprise. Right? So they may have like shoved that money out there just to give that one last payment to some sort of deep state operation, like the thing that attacks my life. They don't care.